I'm Catherine Alice Michaels. Welcome to the home of the Cynthia Sears Artist Book Collection. While some artist books bring to life an imaginary world or evoke a sense of timelessness, the artist books I want to show you today document an actual place in real time with actual people. The eye of the camera is thought to best document what we see with the human eye, but photographs can be manipulated in numerous ways, and this can result in an experience even more true to life. I have 4 books here today that do just that. One by Terra Poirier titled Memory Block, and 3 by Colette Wa Hair Swinging Dance, Uyghur Food, and Meow Fishing Contest. This is Memory Block by Terra Poirier. Poirier is a queer photographer and book artist who lives in Vancouver, Canada. She is interested in memory and contested space, informed by her experience as a youth in care and a teen mother. Poirier's interest in whose stories are told and whose are erased led her to undertake the project Memory Block. In Memory Block, Terra Poirier documents Commercial Drive, the working-class immigrant neighborhood that was her community and her lifeline as a young, low-income lesbian mother. Poirier works with long-exposure photography to represent memory because of its analog nature. As the film is exposed, the image is overwritten, just as memory is reconstructed each time we access it. The front side of the book opens as a panorama of Commercial Drive, a city street of recomposed images digitally manipulated from the pinhole camera negatives. On the opposite side, there are stories. One story reads, "Every day I'd haul my 4-year-old down to Café du Soleil. Sometimes I'd meet up with the only other 2 lesbian moms I knew. We'd huddle and scheme on how to pick up girls, but in the 90s, we called them women. Excited, self-conscious, so sure we stood out like sore thumbs, baby dykes with babies, not yet realizing how invisible we were, children tugging at our plaid shirts." The long exposures of pinhole photography blurs moving objects or erases them altogether. Poirier uses this process to emphasize the erasure of people and whole communities through gentrification. To underline the human presence on Commercial Drive, Poirier invited other artists, writers, activists, and queers to share their stories of the businesses she photographed. Another story reads, "She told me how a bunch of teenage boys threw ice balls at her in Britannia, hard as rocks, calling her faggot. She came back with friends, dykes in boots, and chased them away." Poirier describes the first iteration of this project as a digital projection of the block over textual posters of the stories. When viewers approach to read the stories, the projector casts their shadows on the wall, effectively blocking parts of the image, just as consumers of culture, food, art destroy low-income neighborhoods as we enjoy them. The book is as small and intimate as the stories it tells. The people have blurred, the businesses have gone, but these stories still remain. Colette is internationally known for devising complex compositions that incorporate photography and pop-up paper engineering. In 2008, with the help of a Fulbright scholarship, Fu began photographing the minority tribes in China. This project is called We Are Tiger Dragon People. Each book tells a story, and the movement of the pop-up activates that story. This book is titled Wa Hair Swinging Dance. Fu writes, "The Wa people regard the wooden drum as a divine tool that has exceptional power and is the symbol of existence and prosperity. Wa women uninhibitedly swing their long black shiny hair to the beat of the drums. Their beat is slow and fast, representing anger and sadness, anxiety and happiness. Fu's experience as witness to this dance is recreated in the action of the pop-up. Opening and closing the book, I can make their hair appear to swing to my imagined rhythm of the drum. Fu told me, I take photos of anything that interests me. If I'm photographing people or objects, I will photograph the whole person or sometimes their back, just in case I use it for a pop-up. For Uyghur Food, Fu told me she didn't know she was going to make a book about their food in general. Initially, she was planning to make a book about their bread. In the front left, you see naan bread with the traditional designs that are hand-punched with a chicken feather stamp. In this pop-up, not only do I get an eyeful of delicious-looking food, I feel the warmth and hospitality of the Uyghur people, as did Fu. The plates appear to be offered generously as they move forward toward me. The collage of photographs into one cohesive whole reflects the abundant natural resources of the area home to the Uyghur people. Fu points out in her book description that under control of the Han Chinese government, the Uyghur population today is less than half of what it was in 1949. Hundreds of thousands are being detained in re-education camps right now. Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region is one of the most heavily policed areas in the world. Fu almost couldn't make the trip. This is Meow Fishing Village, and it takes a new format. This opens as an accordion book, and pages drop down. There are black paper cutouts at either end, and numerous cutout shapes throughout the scene. Fu told me she didn't know there was going to be a fishing contest, but she's learned to show up and take photos and later reconstruct her experience. We can slowly travel through Fu's book just as she took her time that day documenting the event. Walking around, she met a woman who was making paper cutouts and told Fu about their importance to the Meow culture. Fu writes, "The Meow revere spirits of the natural world. They use paper cutting to make embroidery patterns for their clothing for protection. Fish represent their ancestors and symbolize good fortune. The diverse and symbolic images in their embroidery is their written language. These traditional shapes, illustrating Meow culture and history, inspired Fu's paper cutouts as well, including the Frog Queen and the Butterfly Mother." Thank you for going on this journey with me with our tour guides, Terra, Poirier, and Colette Fu.